Small cars are becoming more and more popular in America. They're easy to park and easy on the wallet. So does Mazda's 2 here pack the zoom that they're famous for? Let's find out. Well, it's grinning ear to ear thanks to Mazda's trademark grille shape. It does have some pretty cool style built in, and just like the color here, you either like it or you hate it. I actually like it. It's got 4 doors and a hatchback, and it still manages to look pretty cool. It's sort of a mini Mazda 3. Like most small cars, the interior is a bit Spartan and basic, but it's a nice layout. Short or tall, you'll be comfortable in the seats, and I like the material and the look. On the dash, it's nice to have a tachometer. You also get an information screen, and on the steering wheel, you get cruise control, plus you can control the radio volume as well. The power window controls are exactly where you'd think they should be. However, the power door locks are right here in the middle. The armrest is a bit far back, but it does double as storage as well. I definitely like these controls for the ventilation. The radio is pretty straightforward and easy to use, as is the climate control. This stick is great. Very fun to shift, very snicky sort of feel, just like you'd expect in a Mazda. And the clutch pedal and effort is very light. The back seats are surprisingly roomy for a car of this size, and you can adjust the headrest as well. The trunk is also pretty roomy too. There's also a cover. As a bonus, you can fold down the back seats for even more room. The 2 is powered by a 1.5 liter dual overhead cam inline 4-cylinder, which makes 100 horsepower and 96 pound-feet of torque. It actually feels a bit quicker than it is, with 0 to 60 taking about 9 seconds with the manual transmission. With the automatic, you're looking at well over 10 seconds to 60. The fuel economy might make you smile. You'll get 29 miles per gallon in the city and 35 on the highway, with 32 overall. Well, the Mazda 2 starts at just under $15,000. Quite a deal. But what about the luxury version here? Well, not so bad. $15,855 to start, and as equipped, you're out the door at $16,820. Of course, if you want the automatic transmission, that'll set you back another $800. But that seems like very fair money for a car that's got some nice options and is very economical and is also zoom fun to drive. So the Mazda 2 technically is an econo box, but it doesn't really feel like an econo box. Here I am on the highway, 64 miles an hour, cruise control set. Yes, it has cruise control. It's got power windows, it's got power door locks, keyless entry. So it doesn't feel very low end in terms of the options that you get, and that's a good thing. Well, if you like the color red, then you'll definitely like the dash at night. If you're in the market for a small car, then you do have other options besides the Mazda 2. The Ford Focus is built on the same chassis, but that one is more expensive. There is the new Fiat 500, and just for comparison's sake, I actually just drove that one because I wanted to see really how it compared to the Mazda 2 here. And you know, the Mazda 2 is a very chuckable car. The Fiat is a good car too. It has a sports setting on the steering, but it's a much more firm, unnecessarily firm maybe, feeling on the Fiat 500. You know, you'd have to start off with an entry-level Fiat 500 to come close to the price of this one within $1,000, and then they get a lot more expensive from there. So all in all, the Mazda 2 here, I think is just as much fun, if not more fun, than the Fiat 500, even though that one will get you to 60 quicker and it's probably a little faster. This one to me feels more comfortable and is certainly just as fun to drive. You know, in one big way, this Mazda 2 has adopted Lotus's philosophy. and that's speed through lightweight. Lotus makes their cars as light as possible to make them handle as good as possible and make them as quick as possible. And Mazda's taken the same approach here. It's not a huge engine, but it does better than many engines that are even more powerful. For instance, the Ford Focus is built on the same chassis here as the Mazda 2, but that one's a lot heavier, and therefore this one is quicker. Reasonable price. Check. Fun to drive. Check. 4 doors and a hatchback? Check. Room for up to 5 people? Check. Mazda's Zoom built in? Check, check, check. I'm Drivin Ivan Katz.